rag activity.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another podcast.
What's up with it?
I'm your host. One of I guess three or two. To my left, y'all know who it is, the Charger flop fan. And then at the bottom, you got the Miami Hurricane flop fan.
Damn, what's up with you?
And don't worry, I'm the USC Southern California flop fan. So
Okay, yeah, break, keep it all inclusive.
Yourself in there, my boy.
Keep it
but
inclusive.
but other than that, we're gonna get into it. I know somebody has to get something off their chest. He been yelling at us for like the last 4 days, so we're gonna let Midget Mike talk.
I'm not the shortest one on this podcast, so let's get that together. We'll say that for something else.
We gonna let Zoo talk.
Anyway, bro. All right, fam. I know Darius will like when I say this, right? But I figured out this because I watched some stuff today, and I really figured out it's really just the entire media's fault of why not necessarily why things are where they are, but why we have the perception of people we do, right? So it started off with Josh Allen, right? He folded, clear cut, folded, right? Dak also folded. Okay.
Hold on. Let's not distract what you about to say from the Chargers blowing a 30-point lead. That's what somebody in the chat said. But anyway, continue.
It was 27 points.
Yeah, man. That did happen as well, right? But first, I'm gonna start with Buffalo because they really have an excuse. Too much of an excuse. All right. They playing at home.
Yeah. In the snow.
They playing in the snow. They elements, right?
No, we're gonna take that element off.
No, that's their elements.
They ain't played in the snow all year. Next, we're gonna take that.
Stay in Buffalo.
That don't mean they played in the snow. I'm not taking no shame, but we just gonna take that one off. Now anything else you can say, I don't care.
That's even playing field though, right? Cool.
Correct.
Then, so they go out there, bro. With top 5 offense, top 5 defense.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You go out there, your defense don't play well, which happens. That's valid.
Mm-hmm.
Offense goes out there and play well, bro. So one after they lose, bro, the excuses that came was OD for me, because it was the same stuff they praised them about. They started making excuses for. That's what I don't care who you are. If this ain't being like they do really good right now, but this right here is a problem. This right here is a problem. They ain't happening all year. I don't want to hear it after you lose the playoff game, fam. So Josh Allen being Superman all year, and then he loses because he's trying to be Superman. Don't want to hear it. Nobody complained about them not running the ball all year until now. Now they ain't got a running game. Oh, they got to go find somebody for free agency. They got 3 running backs on their roster. They didn't feed not one. Go ahead.
I want to say something. I did complain about them not running the ball enough this year, but
I'm sure anybody logical said that, right? A real logical football fan said that, but people who crowned them and praised them, anybody in the crowd didn't say nothing about Devin Singletary. Didn't say nothing about
Chad. I think he's blaming Josh Allen. Go ahead.
Didn't say anything about James Cook. Everybody praised the James Cook pick. What it's supposed to be, all that. And when they got to King Hans, oh yeah, he adds to the backfield, everything. They still didn't run the ball, bro. Josh Allen is a leading rusher 2 years in a row. Fam, carries and yards. It's one thing. It's one thing if the guys literally aren't capable back there, but they don't even try to run the football. So I don't want to hear nothing about them running the football when no one said anything when they was blowing people out by 30 at all. They said it against Tennessee. They said it against when they. Whoever, everybody they blew out, they didn't say nothing about it, right? Cool. And now it's the receiving core ain't enough. Fam, folks, bro, when Gabe Davis had a 3-catch, 200-yard finale, folks was saying he's a 1 AB. He's a 1, it's like
where you getting, who your sources?
This is the media. You didn't watch the shows. You didn't watch the shows. They was, oh man, Gabe Davis with Stephon Diggs taking the double teams. You put Gabe Davis on their number 2 or 3 corner.
They was calling him big play game in the playoff game.
That's what they said.
They was praising, bro, like he was dang, like how the whole AB Juju situation was going on. Is exactly what was happening in Buffalo. Didn't say nothing until now the drops
Now they
matter.
need DeAndre
Yeah,
Hopkins.
now they need D Hop, which I understand. You can say that every team where you could love a D Hop, would love a D Hop. I understand that, but no, don't say they receiving core lacking now.
Well, to my knowledge, Gabe did start becoming a little inconsistent towards the end of the season.
The
Midway
crazy
through the
thing is-
season, he was okay. He had good games, and then he dropped off. But like towards the end of the season, I seen him drop a bunch of balls. Him
But
and
fam,
Isaiah
But
McKenzie.
if you watch Gabe Davis since he been there, that's been him. He have a great game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He might have a good 2 weeks. The next week he either got 2 catches or 2 drops, and maybe he might still score a tub. It might be a 5-yarder, it might be a 20-yarder. But that's Gabe Davis. What you saw Gabe Davis do all year is Gabe Davis. You get this, you might get whatever. But it wasn't a problem when they were scoring by 35, fam. They added Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley's back in the fold in the slot. A reliable slot receiver. Granted, they tried to get him. But I'm like, man,
that's
listen,
like
you
going
can't
to add us, Chad.
You feel me? I'm just like, bro, my biggest thing is I don't have a problem with you saying how you feel about them because I thought they was a very good team, which they are a top team in the league. We're going to say that. You're going to give them what they are. You rank those top 5, you're a good team. But I'm not going to give you I'm not crying. I'm not going to cry you for one thing and then act like it's a problem when it don't work. Fam, they lost the game. And the way the media do with all the quarterbacks, if you lose a game, it's on the QB. He folded.
They taking up for Allen.
They trying to.
But
But
for
bro.
the 3rd year in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, he only get one bye with me last year. We truly don't know if
last year was tough.
We truly just don't know if they was gonna go down and score or not.
He did everything last year. He did everything he was supposed to do, and that's fine. This year he didn't.
What did he do? What did he do the year before last year?
He do it. He had an okay game.
He had a decent game.
Who they lose to? Chiefs? No.
Yeah, they lost to the Chiefs again. That's why the second game was a rematch, quote unquote, and he was supposed to beat them that time. But I'm on the side with Zulu. I think personally, I think I got to take a other. This team is not running the ball because they can't. This team's not running the ball because they won't. And there's only one person. You got 2 different coordinators. So obviously, Brian DeBall wasn't the problem because Saquon had over 1,000 yards rushing. So you can't say it's Brian DeBall. So there's only one person that can be, right? So I think it's time to start wondering if Buffalo can win the big games with Sean McDermott. Can they win the big game? When you play a quality team, of course you get in the wild card game, we expect you to win. The wild card team not supposed to be there. That's why they're a wild card team. But when you start getting those divisional games with Cincinnati, Kansas City, Baltimore, then it's a whole lot different.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot different then. So I'm starting to question not only Josh Allen, but I'm starting to question Sean McDermott too. Is it time to move on from Sean McDermott? The Chargers did it when they had Marty Schottenheimer. Went 14-2. They fired him the next season.
So
Cowboys did it with Tom Landry.
So I did see this.
Got Jimmy Johnson.
Would you say Josh Allen and Phillip Rivers are the same quarterback? They're good, aren't talent out the world. They can't get over the hump.
The problem, the dynamics are different. Well,
them 2 totally different situations. It was one year I feel like Phillip Rivers had a team that was capable of winning, and they fell short. And that was the year.
And they might miss the field goal.
Missed field goal.
Make the kick.
Yeah, and the ACL year, the year he had the ACL, but that was
Marlon McCree fumbled the game-sealing interception, and the Patriots got it back and went down. Yeah, so, but I mean that's a fair assessment, Josh. Really, Phillip Rivers, no matter what it was, but it was never the case that Phillip Rivers didn't do enough. And I think that's where the difference lies, because everybody knows Phillip Rivers, he gonna go down swinging. He gonna either end up with 4 touchdowns or he gonna end up with 4 interceptions. And either way, he went down swinging.
I agree.
If you go put him in like how they be trying to put him in like this quarterback's like such and such, especially with the AFC being quarterback heavy for so long, that probably end up right now. That's where he'd be. Somebody you think could contend, and shit might not fold out.
And while we on the topic of quarterbacks, I gotta point out the beloved Joe Burrow, right? So before anybody starts jumping down my face, Joe Burrow is an excellent quarterback. I think he's good at what he does. He does his job very well. But Joe Burrow,
he ain't gonna admit it yet.
But Joe Burrow, he gets overpraised, in my opinion, for the Bengals' success.
Nah, he that guy.
He nice.
Just
Super
like
nice.
Herbert, bro. I ain't gonna take nothing from him. Herbert. It's like 6 or 7 quarterbacks. That's them guys, and he's one of them 7 quarterbacks. Them guys.
But look, Joe Burrow's situation is literally better than everybody's situation for a number of reasons. Huh?
Then who? Who are you saying?
Everybody, especially in the AFC.
Who are you comparing the situation to? Only AFC team?
Every team in the AFC.
You think their situation was better than the Chargers?
Yes.
Outside of Mike not playing?
Yes.
He ain't never playing for real, but
yeah, that's part of it. Like injuries is part of it. So yes, all of that, right? So you think about they got.
I mean, Jamar Chase got hurt too.
But he only missed 2 games?
No.
2 or 3? It wasn't more than 3.
No, he missed like 5 games.
He missed no 5 games.
Yes, he did with a hip. He missed 5 games. He got put on IR.
We can fact check it.
I'm just saying.
But regardless, it wasn't 8. It wasn't 7. But either way it go. So taking it back, the Bengals team is probably well coached. Probably one of the top coached teams in the NFL.
Facts.
Their offense in the last 2 games has been super okay. They was average versus Baltimore, who I think should have won, and they looked at better versus Buffalo.
Yeah.
But what a unit that don't get the praise is Cincinnati, as same as last year. If you think about last year's playoff run, Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati offense just didn't stand out. Cincinnati defense was standing out. Last year, the Titans had 10 sacks and lost the game. It's Cincinnati's defense. Last year, the Raiders drove down the field. Cincinnati for a game-winning drive. Cincinnati's defense stopped them for a game-winning drive.
So, Wills, you believe the AFC North is the toughest division in football? And I agree with you, Nick. The Bengals are nothing without Joey B.
Yeah. I mean,
this is not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is everybody's like, oh, Joe Burrow this, Joe Burrow that. Joe Burrow numbers are real normal. They're not Patrick Mahomes. He's not throwing 3+4 touchdowns. He's not doing it.
I mean,
what he's doing, he's getting his team ahead early, which is nothing wrong with that. He's getting his team ahead early, and his defense is doing the rest of the work. Just like last game. They got ahead early versus Buffalo. Buffalo comes to sustain no drives. At all. So when we talk about the Cincinnati Bengals, of course, as anybody, Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor don't get the praise. We talk about it all the time. Quarterback, head coach don't get the praise when you win or lose. Mm-hmm. That's fair. But what we need to start paying attention to is that Cincinnati defense and Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard up front wrecking shop all night long.
They doing a good job up there.
DJ Ridley in the middle, BJ Hill, these guys like up front are like physical.
Going mad. You are saying it's going mad. Well, you taking me to my point because I was gonna pose it with a question, but also you kind of like walked through it, right? Because you got I feel like it's 3 layers when it comes to quarterbacks, right? You got guys that they think are great because of numbers, right? Some guys just put up really big numbers, regardless of the situation. They look like if they team, they know, hey, they got a really bad defense, but they know this guy can help them score on offense regardless, right? High number guy, he'll get put in the top 10 or whatever. You get a guy who works well in this system, who might have a really good talent, but like he just does what he's like. I think about Joe Burrow, Tom Brady. They can put up numbers. We don't see them put up numbers, but they gonna as long as they rocking their system, they gonna take the dub, whether it's 2 touchdowns or 1 or 5, and be out the way. And then you got the guys who look like they can be big plays, and then they go out there and be butter sauce.
So who's better than?
Or the system carries them per se.
Besides Mahomes, who's better than Joey B?
Right now, this year.
Just going off what Chat said. Just reading them. Bengals to the Super Bowl. Somebody said they're embarrassed of you wearing that Chargers.
No, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed.
But yeah, right now.
I think Right now, I think it's Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, then Joe Burrow. Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with that.
I can say that. I wouldn't be mad if they put him at 2.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if they say Joey's 2 or Jalen 2.
Yeah.
But
either one of those two, right?
Just based off it'd be those top 3.
Like them 3, for example, right? Them guys can stay within the system, or they can elevate that system. And then you got guys like a Dak, who the system uplifts him, right? As long as they do what they're supposed to do, which is run the ball first, then Dak looks better on the back end. Dak ain't the guy
when you say that's the same thing for Jalen Hurts, when they running the ball, Jalen Hurts looks like a different QB. If they can't run the ball.
In general, I mean, when they can't run the ball, I've seen them this year throw them out of it, throw them in the game, dime them up.
I mean, I'm just going off. I mean, you going off
based off this year.
You going off of this year, and I'm basing off of last year as well. So those are 2 inconsistent years. So you had a good year and then you had a bad year. So we have to see next year with that. But in terms of with the top 2 QBs, they can not have nothing, and we know what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be slinging it around. And if the run is a plus, it's a plus.
But to your point, with nothing, though. I was just about to say that. We never seen what you just said. You never seen Joe Burrow or nothing.
Huh? Oh yeah, with nothing.
You never seen Joe Burrow or nothing.
Yeah, we ain't seen Joe Burrow or nothing. And Patrick Mahomes is the only one close to having nothing this year.
I mean, if you want to technically say it, I mean, the only thing that Eagles really added was AJ Brown. So technically, if you saying he got something now, I mean, it really was just a 1-person difference. But I'm just saying. I'm not saying Jalen ain't having a good year. Don't get that wrong, Chad.
But it's like that might within their system. That might be what they needed. That one extra, the bigger.
I think it was just Devontae Smith not showing up. He started showing up now.
Yeah, Smitty. I mean, rookie year. Look, you gotta give him time. Some people pop out as they first get out the gate. Some people don't. You get your JJs and your Jamars, and sometimes Smitty, you need a year, 2, 3, whatever. Yeah, be like that.
For sure.
But I think I'm just saying though, like what we see in this year, right? You get a chance to see it. Whether it was like again, Jalen Hurts might be a slow grind quarterback. Like again, you get your guys who are like a Mahomes, a Burrow, that come out the gate ready to go with whatever whatever they got. Whether they have the big time one, which turned out to be Jamar Chase. He had T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd beforehand, or if you even throw in like Justin Herbert, you get you a guy, you give him at least Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. He got some talent. He can give you something to work with. I think every situation is different too for them guys, depending on what kind of player they are, or what they're used to playing like, right?
So based off of this weekend, what's score predictions? Give me score predictions of the games that y'all think. Darius is gonna do his takes on what to pick this weekend as well, and then also who y'all got winning. Well, basically that's the same thing, but yeah.
Kansas City over Cincinnati. I think it's enough. I think Kansas City learned from their mistakes, not only from last year, they learned it from this year. It would be ugly if they can go into Cincinnati again. Not Cincinnati, if they go in Kansas City again and beat Patrick Mahomes. Then we're really going to start wondering is Joe Burrow better than Patrick Mahomes at that point. And I think this one game that Patrick Mahomes, he's been talking about even before the playoffs started. He's been talking about how he folded in that game last year, and Cincinnati stole it. So I think not only that you're going to see elite level from both teams, but I think you're going to see supreme level from Patrick Mahomes. We're going to put on one leg, probably one of the best performances we ever seen from a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I got a tight one in the NFC. I'm going to go 20-16, Philadelphia. I don't think Brock Purdy is going to be able to beat a well-groomed Eagles team, another team who's well coached.
We've been saying that all year for at least the last 6 to 8 weeks, and he's been proving us all wrong. But you said,
I want to look up his last his best game, best opponent he played last week.
Hey,
his regular season wasn't about nothing.
Hey,
I didn't give him no love against Seattle. I knew what was going on with that game.
All I'm saying is, you in the NFL, ain't no team a cakewalk.
Sure. I absolutely 100% agree.
And he played a team 3 times, and he beat them. At least he beat them 3 times in a row. And we all know how hard it is to beat a team twice.
But it's definitely levels.
But yeah,
to being in the NFL, like you got all teams, like you said, ain't no easy games, but it's a difference whether you're gonna play the Las Vegas Raiders or the Washington Commanders versus playing the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Now he did his job well enough. He didn't turn the ball over versus the Cowboys, and coincidentally they won the game. That's probably all they asked him. But as I look at it, San Francisco about to go face the #1 team in points per game and the #1 teams in yards per game. He's gonna have to put the ball in the air, which is prone. He's gonna be prone to more interceptions, right? So we're gonna see what happens.
How many throws you think he get this week?
I think he gonna have to be around 30.
He was around 30 last game, so yeah.
Yeah,
29.
He gonna have to be around 30.
Around 29.
So
29. I think he was 30.
Yeah, he's up there. I think. Well, I'm saying I'm with you on that because I think even last game, right? He had the yards. It wasn't getting in the end zone.
He was 19 to 29.
Yeah. He is, Wills.
The run obviously the turnovers affected the defense, so the run started to open it up, and that's when they finally got into the end zone. But again, the throwing lanes weren't just there. It wasn't like the Purdy show we were used to seeing that we didn't kind of got accustomed to. And then when you play in the defense, it's also in the top. We're talking about their offense. Their defense is top 5.
I mean,
and they're top 5 scoring defense. He's playing against. This is the first time outside of Dallas. First time he's doing it, but they actually play complementary football on both sides of the ball consistently. So you ain't got to worry about the offense turning it over as much. They're not saying that San Francisco defense can't get them.
That's a true statement, but on the flip side, Philly gonna have to play the #1 defense.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. So like, but you compare that to what?
And the 49ers been playing Go ahead, Darius. Complimentary football as well.
But there's a hole in San Francisco.
Yeah, secondary.
San Francisco has proven versus San Francisco, if your protection can hold up,
you could throw it.
You got a chance to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
That's a big if. But if your protection can hold up versus the front 7, they're not as talented on the back end as they are on the front end. Which also, I mean, they kind of teeters, right? So then you talk about the Eagles offensive line.
They got 4 guys with 10 plus sacks on their D line.
I'm not disagreeing. I just know the left tackle for the San Francisco 49ers ain't giving nothing up for real. So,
right, but it's
it's 4 more of them. So
you got Trent Williams on one side, Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson on the other side. So I mean, it's gonna be a slug. That's why I got it so low. I think it's gonna be 20-16 Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia.
Hey, what you call hurt? Johnson? He hurt, ain't he?
Nah, he came back.
I know he came back, but he playing hurt. That's what they said.
Oh yeah. I mean, everybody playing hurt.
No, I mean like an injury.
It wasn't as severe as it was at first was called to be either. So he back. But I mean, I think like my thing is from top to bottom layer wise, right? The drop off is more on the San Fran side. One, because again they are playing a rookie who's playing well, but we all know how rookies can get, especially when a high competition game, right? And then their back end is crazy. When it comes to Philly, you really hoping one of these ends just falls off, has a bad day, because they are top 5 in every layer of the game, the front 7 to the back end. And then on offense, they got guys who can win in one-on-one, more than one of them. Because, like, again, Dallas, you playing the Dallas.
Yeah, playing the Dallas team that, they rush the passer very well. They at least got 2 of them. So,
and I think what he was about to say is I think they only got CD as a threat. CD Lamb is a threat on offense, whereas Dallas, you got Dallas Goedert, you got A.J. Brown. Are you back? Go ahead. Finish your statement.
Well, but as you were saying, like you got more than one guy that's a big play guy or a playmaker on that team between A.J. Brown, Smitty, Dallas Goedert, and then not to mention the rotation they got in the backfield. Counting Jalen Hurts.
Dallas got tight ends. They're pretty good.
They got short.
They do only got one receiver, so I definitely agree with that. So we definitely gonna have to see how that goes. But
you got a chance to see a close game, or if it go right, it can open up.
I mean, that could be on both sides.
On both sides. So I won't say on both sides. I'm just in general. You can get that low scoring game where it might end up turning to who gonna slug them.
Yeah.
We go different shots. And then I guess on the other side for myself, man, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I think one thing I think Kansas City defense ain't been getting enough credit either. By the way, they've actually been playing really well with five. They starting with 5 rookies out there.
I mean,
they got 1 or 2 rookies starting out on the defense, and they actually playing pretty well. They was almost close to top 10 by the end of the year.
That's like saying the same thing that you just said about the 49ers.
What you mean?
KC really ain't been playing nobody.
I mean, yeah.
So like,
right. Well, I'm just talking about in general for how they got there. Like, we're gonna talk up Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid's system a lot, but like their defense actually playing well for.
Darius, you be talking bad about Frank Clark.
Yep.
Folks
gonna try to sit here and make me believe that Frank Clark is this premier pass rusher.
Hey, what John tell you at the beginning of the season about Chandler?
Oh yeah. That ain't work out like he thought it would.
He turned up late though. He
had one good game versus us.
Oh, ironic.
Hey, so where's some idea?
I'm gonna give Kansas City a chance at home, but if they lose this one again,
I want the Super Bowl to be bump it. Joey B versus Jalen Hurts. Let's make this college rematch. Let's get it, baby. Let's just make it a college rematch. See if Jalen can revenge his loss, that ugly loss he had by Lincoln Riley and Alex Grinch. But what y'all think Buffalo and Dallas need? First of all, what y'all think Dallas need to do to get over the hump? Buffalo, we can see where they can possibly get over the hump at, but Dallas, where do you go besides a receiver? That's it. They can't get better nowhere else.
I mean,
Tony Pollard the back, Zeke the backup. The line is great. I mean, unless y'all want to get rid of Dak Prescott.
I mean, they're gonna have to go. They're gonna readdress the line though, because Tyron Smith and Jason Peters ain't gonna be them. I hope you don't think you're gonna roll them in again to start.
Oh, you said who? Tyron Smith?
Tyron Smith and
Man,
Jason
Tyron
Peters.
gonna be there. Tyron be having no freak injuries. Don't talk about no.
It's been 5 years in a row, bro. Like at some point, you gotta address.
Bro, he got these freak injuries, man. When he's playing, he playing whole season.
He got freak injury himself. Yeah, we go ahead. So the young dude Ty Smith, or whatever his name is, run him up. Something else got to change.
Ty Smith, nice.
He nice.
Yeah, I'm saying, put him in there. Let him ride. Let him rock. And I don't even know if you think you can give him a receiver. They just don't use him.
No, they don't have no receivers.
Who they missing, bro?
Gallup is non-effective to me.
He don't throw on the ball, bro.
He can't get open. What do you mean?
Definitely think they should probably go. I think they should go wide receiver. I think they need to add another addition.
I think they're gonna go Addison.
Michael Gallup is what? Probably at this point, wide receiver 3.
Yeah,
could be.
Yeah. So I definitely think you need another playmaker. I think after the year CeeDee Lamb had, you have to go get another playmaker.
CeeDee getting double, triple team. At this point, he's still getting 100 yards. I mean, somebody got it. Well, I mean, I can't say that do be missing wide open people. As,
he did miss
Nick
hidden down.
Wide open.
He did miss that way hidden for a touchdown.
Granted, also you're not gonna roll in putting all that on T.Y. Hill neither. So you're right. I mean, somebody got to show up. Somebody else got to be there.
That's what. Yeah. I mean, I don't see where. I mean, the cornerback and receiver, but I thought Bland played pretty well for him at number 2.
All right, DeRon Bland is gonna be an excellent corner in the league.
At number 2, I thought he played pretty well. To be honest. And then throwing in the fire.
Now I don't got nothing for Buffalo.
I don't know what they gonna do.
That window's closed.
I ain't gonna say it's closed, but it's gonna be tough. I don't know what they got. I don't know how they can get better. I mean, besides getting a running back, but at this point, it's just about running the ball. Ken Dorsey. I wonder where he's from. I just wonder what college he went to. Ken Dorsey.
And you know what's crazy is when he was in college, all they ran the ball.
That's why I'm confused.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not
true.
You can't blame the coordinator. It has to be Sean McDermott's philosophy, bro.
That's what I think it is. It's one of the two. It's either I think Josh Allen takes about 45% of the blame.
Yeah, because he's quarterback.
Yeah, he's the quarterback for sure.
No, I'm saying based on if I want to put a blame on McDermott or Josh Allen. I mean, Josh Allen played bad, but Josh Allen also he don't understand. He don't understand how to like minimize his turnovers.
Hey, man. They was talking about Super Bowl MVP and Super Bowl favorites and league MVP. I'm almost willing to give him 80. I'm just saying. When Justin Herbert and Brandon Staley lost, Brandon Staley the worst coach in the league. Justin Herbert ain't this. Justin Herbert ain't that.
Don't get no. No, I didn't say Justin. I didn't say Justin Herbert wasn't that.
It depends on who you was asking.
Hey, you know what's up with Jay Herbert? He all right. He all right now. I ain't gonna say he terrible, but
as folks saw y'all put them pen on that paper, throwing that money out there, folks really crying y'all for sure. You see what the Chargers done this offseason? All right, slow it down.
Well, that's a very good comment. I mean, if everybody's questioning coaching for the Cowboys and the Chargers, why not coaching for Buffalo?
There we go. Who said that?
Nick.
Who said that? There you go, Nick. Why not? Why not, bro? We talk about Buffalo being this great regular season team, and they beat everybody. This is the year they're gonna do it. Then they get to the divisional round and lose every year, bro.
I think that's coaching. It's no way that you go into 2 divisional rounds back-to-back years, and one wasn't close. Last year we can
that was tough,
but for 2 years in a row, Josh Allen has been the leading rusher in that game. So something has to change when you go. All right, our first 2 drives, we need to establish the run before we start letting Josh Allen throw the ball 60 times a game.
And that, bro,
I'm just saying. Before we start letting him throw 60 times a game, we got to at least run the ball 20 times before he could throw 10 straight times. Because when they get down, it's just straight throws.
Cincinnati is so well coached, bro. Like, he got Joe Burrow in the game, and he had Joe Mixon in the game. Yep. Joe Mixon had 20 for 105. Yep. And Joe Burrow still threw for 250 plus. Like, it's hard to beat teams like that.
It's hard to beat anybody. It's hard to beat a college team like that. But, I mean, I'm blaming it on coaching.
Zulu, you muted, bro. I don't know what you did. You still muted.
Yeah, but I don't know what we can do past that point with coaching. Buffalo, you're gonna have to go find a new coach.
And it's crazy because ain't nobody hollering Sean Payton to Buffalo, but everybody wants Sean Payton to come to LA. It's crazy.
Well, I just don't think they.
There's nothing else for them to get, bro. There's nothing else for them to get.
It ain't. This is why I say it. This year, all right, y'all kept. I can't think of his name right now. You know who I'm talking about. Chargers head coach. Y'all kept him. And if the defense is bad this year, he got to go. He a defensive coach. One of these years, you got to have at least a top 5 defense.
But define bad.
I'm saying, like, if they ain't living up to the expectations of we got a Joey Bosa, a Khalil Mack, and then we got a Darwin James in the secondary. Of course, JC got hurt this year. Could have been a big difference. Asante came on very well towards the end of the season. Like you said, if he catch picks, he'd be better than what he is. But then you also got, a decent linebacking core. I ain't saying Murray the best thing ever. You hate that man. But Van Noy ain't bad. Murray ain't bad. So something got to be put together eventually.
But you still like you said.
Y'all got
define bad.
I don't know what y'all. I didn't look at y'all numbers this year, but giving up a 27-point lead is pretty bad.
because of offense.
We're not gonna get into that again.
No, I'm glad you brought that up.
No, I'm not gonna get into that.
Because what Cincinnati did versus Buffalo is exactly what we should have did versus Jacksonville.
That's a both side thing. So, bro, you still muted.
Your mic still muted, bro.
Man. So me and Darius just gonna talk, chat. So look, what I'm saying is
no.
What I'm saying is not a 27-point lead. That's all I'm saying.
But this is what I mean though, bro.
Y'all could be better. Let's say that 1,000 times better on defense in terms of
1,000 turnovers.
I'm talking about the season. I'm talking about the season.
Oh,
Season.
okay.
I'm not talking about that game.
But here's the thing, though. That's why I keep asking, what do you mean bad? Because we weren't bad.
What's y'all numbers?
We was 8th in passing.
Top. You
we
bad.
was.
What was the ranking? Total ranking. Just give me the total ranking. I know y'all was bad in rush. You said so.
I think it was 16 total ranking.
I think y'all
by
should
the
be.
end of the season.
I think y'all should be a top 8 defense.
And that's fair to say.
That's all I'm saying. But he got to be in the top 8 of defense. Not saying wins or losses don't matter. I'm not saying wins or losses ain't bad, but if he ain't in the top 8 of defense and y'all lose in the playoffs again, I think he'll be gone.
I'm saying ain't no team in the top 8 in defense now except Philly.
All I'm saying there, in terms of him.
Well, that's what I mean. Like that was my point. Like nobody was hiring Sean Payton in Buffalo. Nobody was hiring Sean Payton nowhere else but that's why I said earlier, Staley got this stigma for whatever reason. Got this spotlight on this for whatever reason, no matter what he did or what he does, people want Staley gone. Nobody else got a top 8 in AFC right now that played, but Staley got to have one.
I'm saying
crazy, right?
In terms of the players that he have next season.
Sean McDermott's also a defensive coach.
Yeah, I don't disagree with. I'm not disagreeing with nothing you saying in terms of there's no defense in the playoffs now that's over the top, whatever. But I'm saying in terms of his situation, I believe people believe they need to have a top at least a top 10 defense next season, or he gonna get fired. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it will happen or won't happen, but that's what people believe should happen, or he needs to be fired. That's all I'm saying.
He won't be fired.
He might not be fired. Don't get me wrong. But
and your point with Sean McDermott is, bro, though, I think where the hole is, not saying that it still shouldn't be people asking about his job, because I do think that's fair and valid, but with Sean McDermott, even with their losses, he makes sure the defense show up. They top 5 every time.
Is a monster too. So y'all got all these good players, and
we were 10 by the end of the season. I'm sorry.
Okay, there you go. So that's something to talk about. That's
something to talk about. And you see how y'all looked at the end of the season. Besides, we ain't gonna talk about that one game, but
yeah, that's
where he should be at all the time. I think y'all should have really had a close to a first round bye this year. Y'all should have been a 2 seed, probably playing Joey.
Nah, don't praise them. Nah, they were where they supposed to be.
I'm just giving you some praise. Not that crazy record that you said at the beginning of the season 8 episodes ago, but.
So we were supposed to be next to a top round. A first round bye.
I said y'all should have been close, but y'all wasn't because of injuries. I believe if no one got hurt, they played the whole season. Y'all would have been close. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, easily.
That's all I was saying.
They've been in the same spot, bro. Let's be honest.
Somebody said they just checked. They was 19th in total defense.
Oh.
I just look.
What they searching their facts from? We gotta figure out where the facts come from.
Where your facts came from. And they said it's okay to move on from Staley. He'll get more opportunities.
But even then, like he said 19. I said 19 at first, didn't it?
16.
But even then, bro, they're still like middle of the pack.
It is.
But
still, that means you got enough stops to win the game.
I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is next season, he a defensive coach. They're going to have the same players back besides J.C. Jackson, who coming off an injury. Maybe
have the same. Yeah, because we $20 million over the cap.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So
and I know you don't know working numbers like we do.
We don't either. But look.
That's why y'all in the position y'all in.
But what I'm saying is they all figure out a way to come back. The whole group, they got to be in the top 10, Darius. And I know you will agree, like, yeah, bro, we need to be in the top 10. We need to make that stuff to be in the top 10 next year.
I really know what you mean, need to be. I would like for them to be, but what fan wouldn't like for their team to be in the top 10 defensively?
I mean,
I don't know we need to be.
I mean, I think if y'all do top 10 defense.
Say it again?
I was saying if y'all do come in with a top 10 defense and your defense is like the catalyst before your offense is just complimentary football that we like to talk about that way, I'll be straight. Then y'all can be who you want them to be.
But the question still gonna be if the offense is gonna be there.
They gonna be there.
They're this year. Now you can say that. You can say gonna be. But
that's like saying we can say the same thing about defense. Are they gonna be there next year?
But would you believe me when I say,
No,
regardless of those numbers, our defense outplayed our offense this year. We won those games because we played defense. We beat the Cardinals because we played defense. We would have beat San Francisco, but our offense didn't show up. Every game we lost was because our offense didn't show up, except Jacksonville the first time.
Complimentary football, man.
Who else y'all lose? How many games y'all lost this year? 9? 8? 8 games? Y'all lost 8 this year? 8? Lost 8 games?
Well, including the playoff game.
So that would have been 8, including the playoff?
Yeah, it'd be 8.
So 2 games. So what's up with the other 5?
I was bro. We was scoring less than 20 points a game for like 7 games straight. 20 plus a game. Yeah. Like we beat Tennessee. It wasn't because of our offense. We had 17 points.
Yeah, the cap was hell for the Saints.
Yeah, sickening. Sorry. If that turnaround would happen, you got like 2 more years of that, to be honest.
So what's the idea?
Think about the terrible teams we played and barely beat, like Tennessee.
Oh no, that's true. Yeah, we wouldn't say Atlanta's terrible, but Atlanta was scoring on teams for sure.
Stat wise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stat wise, like we played in Seattle, we ain't beat them, right?
So what's the ideal spot? Go ahead, Darius. Finish it off. Go ahead.
Like if you watch the game, our offense. Now I'm not saying our defense is perfect. Like, could it be better? Absolutely. Everybody's defense could be better.
That's what I'm saying.
If we was at 2, I'd be like, well, we could be 1, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying.
But I think our defense gave us a chance more than our offense did. Is what I'm getting at.
You can respect that some games, but
now the only game that I just say, damn, we got our head whooped was Jacksonville the first time. I don't know why them folks got on our head like that, but they did.
And the second time. But anyway, look.
For a half.
No, yeah, for a half. What's the ideal landing spots for QBs? Lamar. I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna end up getting franchise tag, but I don't think he want to play.
Yeah, send that man to Miami.
I don't think he want to play there.
Send him to Miami.
And I think
gonna be in Baltimore.
I think Baltimore I don't know if Tua gonna play after this year. He might be done for real, but
I'm saying Tua legitimately might not need to play football no more. But like you saying, but I'm saying, think of Lamar. It's not like we don't believe he can't throw it all. What the way the offense runs. Now he adds that threat to the running game where he doesn't have to run as much as he does in Baltimore. You got 2 of the fastest players in the league as your receivers. So if it's about the long ball, he can make those throws.
One of the
over the middle, he can make those throws. All right, one of the fastest player in the league and one who you can talk about. Cool, right?
I'm just being
you give him that system. You give him that system, and then again, it's about the running game there too. You straight. I don't know what not Dallas Goedert if Gesicki gonna be there, but I mean you can make that work.
I think he needs to go to a passing team.
Yeah, he goes somewhere where he gets the ball.
Yeah, bro, he don't get the ball enough. His talent just sitting for waste.
What's crazy? He went so crazy before Mike McDaniels got there. Then Mike McDaniels got and they stopped throwing the ball to the tight end. Which, respectfully so, you bring Tyreek Hill and you match him with Jalen Waddle. Some targets gonna go away. I think it's gonna be their trace.
I think Tua look better in the purple than Lamar look better in the purple. Because they're gonna have to throw the ball, and the way they design runs now, I don't really see Lamar really doing too much keeping.
Here's the reason I say Lamar is going to go back. Because they fired Greg Roman for Lamar, right? Because whether we want to admit it or not, the way Baltimore played was effective. We've never known, even before Lamar, we've never known Baltimore to be this high-powered flying offense ever.
Well,
they didn't have to be.
He also ain't got no dang weapons either.
Because they play defense so well.
They do.
Right? So they never had to be.
That's been the case. So it ain't nothing new.
No, but when you fire Greg Roman, that's like, all right, so let's tailor this offense to more of Lamar's dual threat capabilities than just his running capability. Because whether people want to believe, he can make some throws. Is he Patrick Mahomes? Is he Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert? No. But can he beat Josh Allen? Yes. I think he can beat Josh Allen for whatever that means. I think he can beat Josh Allen, if not better. He's probably already better than Josh Allen, but we don't know. He never has the passing numbers. I'll make the argument that he probably better than Josh Allen, but he don't got the. before Stephon did, Josh Allen was ass through the air. He was crap.
He had a strong arm. That was it.
That was it. So you give Lamar Jackson somebody who's capable, and I think Rashad Bateman gonna be that guy once he get through his injury thing. But I think he gonna end up being that guy. Then you run more of an air raid or a balanced offense at least instead of run heavy at the very minimum. But I think
if you take his pro style, he had the little pro style they was trying to run in Louisville. That's enough.
Yeah,
you straight. You give him that little piece. You can go back to get that film, implement the offense. You can go shot for D-Hop, have Bateman come back healthy. You go and shot for D-Hop. Boom. Let's see. Let's make it rock.
Will said he believes they're gonna go all in on him because the whole offense would change if he leaves, basically, which possibly could be true.
It is true. I guess this is the time to change. You could change the offensive coordinators. So,
he also said they're all in, and Lamar's in the process of hiring the OC as well. Where we think Carr end up landing? Zero said he going to the Jets too. Lamar. A lot of people said the Jets. Miami or Jets.
That's actually where I think Derek Carr's going. I think he's going to the Jets.
That's why I put Derek Carr. Because I'm thinking if Lamar don't go to Miami, he's staying in Baltimore. I think Derek Carr go to the Jets.
Because what was Jets' struggles this year?
Zach Wilson.
You feel me? Quarterback was terrible. Quarterback play was terrible.
Yeah, they just need a competent quarterback at that.
They said Brady to the Las Vegas.
But they fired LaFleur, right?
They
fired LaFleur, right?
And, they got LaFleur too.
Y'all gonna do what, Derek?
Killing folks.
Tom Brady said he's gonna come run the West, fam.
Come on. And they said Sean Payton is all but done, and Sean Payton in Denver.
Yeah, bro. That I don't know, bro. He might be going back to TV, bro. All the stuff keep coming out every day. I'm like, yo.
Everybody know where he really want to be. He ain't gonna get there. He can hang it up.
We don't know that.
We don't know that, bro. Unless we go 4-12 or some shit, then he'll probably come. But
it's possible for y'all though.
Yeah, I might go 4-12.
Yeah, he's so. You know what? All right.
Where we think?
But I mean, like you said, Staley can have a good season and still get up out of there.
Well, go on, Josh.
Well, we think Lance gone from 49ers.
I don't think you keep both of them. And
I think Purdy's staying.
I think you can keep.
Again, I think we all can agree. We all can agree based on their system, right? My bad, there.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, well, we all can agree based on how that system works. You get somebody competent enough, you can run that. You can run that. Now, Grant saying Brock Purdy isn't good because he's obviously playing well for a reason. Like you still got to do your job. But like same way with Jimmy G, no one thought Jimmy G was just all world, but we knew Jimmy G is competent enough to run that system well. They go to the Super Bowl, they can make a playoff run. Obviously, you get a guy with a little more athletic upside. Purdy is actually athletic. So he can still do some of the stuff, maybe not as fast or as well as Trey Lance can do with the running part, but he can run. Young, he ain't small, super small. So you give him a chance. If you think he's competent enough to run your system, you good.
I think George Kittle gonna vote for Brock Purdy to stay.
Yep.
Because I've never seen the value of George Kittle.
Getting the ball.
Yep.
But I don't think you can. I don't think it's smart. You can keep him, but I don't think it's smart because Trey Lance's potential is still untapped, and Brock Purdy is going to be highly sought after the run he put. Because now people starting to think, well, maybe he can play quarterback in the NFL. You know, and you still got the athleticism. Trey Lance, which I thought he went too high, was overrated coming out of college, but still, the athleticism still there. We still hadn't seen dude still ain't played football in like 3 years. A full season of football.
Who, Trey?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you got is the preseason clips, bombs away.
Yeah, I think they're definitely gonna keep him. I think Trey will be a good spot for him to go as Tampa Bay.
I mean, depends who they rehire OC though, because Leftwich gone.
Or
Atlanta. But Atlanta, I think they like Ritter.
I think they ride with Ritter though. Yeah, I think they ride with Ritter for sure.
I think they like Ritter.
Folks talking up in Tennessee. You know, the GM came from down there in San Fran.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
They talking him up. They talking it up.
Who's taking Ryan Tannehill contract?
That's what I want to know. Well, they're gonna have to cut him. Nobody's gonna take Ryan Tannehill.
And their cap is gonna hit so crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna have like a $23 million dead cap, but with.
That's on
I mean, I'm agreeing with you.
I don't know what you want. They already really ain't got no receivers. Robert Woods, he okay. He ain't stretching the field. Treylon Burks, he didn't even finish a full season yet. So
if he on the field.
Who we putting? What's it? Westbrook out there?
Westbrook and Keenan?
Yeah. Keenan, yeah.
No. They got better luck with the tight end.
I wish they would have beat Jackson. They probably been playing them again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Option. This folks gonna be moving though. There's gonna be a lot of people making some movement. It's gonna be interesting. The offseason actually gonna be kind of crazy. There's a lot of good free agents out there.
Chill out. Look, the free agents is gonna be crazy. Chicago is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they gonna do. They got all this cap and the first round pick.
I think they're gonna try to keep it young. I think they're gonna keep it young, skill player wise, and go get like some vets on the offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah.
If they'll keep it young. Well, I should say interior D line. I think they're gonna keep it young everywhere else though.
I like them keeping it young. I think they need another receiver to pair with Mooney. I think Mooney is a 1, but he just doesn't have anyone. I think he is. We really don't know for sure because he's mainly getting doubled the whole time. He's looking up like that. But be honest with yourself. Who Mooney has on in the 2 years that we seen with Field? Who's been on the outside with Mooney?
No, like I hear your thing on the double. But we just talk about how CeeDee Lamb was getting doubled in triple team.
Oh yeah, he was going crazy.
Vontae, JJ, Jamar, and
they're going crazy. But you gotta also think about it. They lines may be way better than the Bears line. Justin Field back there running like me, like Jason after him. I'm just saying.
He said running like me.
That's why. Hey.
But I'm just saying, like.
Yeah,
I don't know. He could be a 1. I ain't saying he's a 1, but he can be a 1.
You don't know what their receiving core can look like until Justin can really sit in the pocket, or even if they move in the pocket, he can move without worrying him actually really running for his life. So, because Cole Kmet is a real tight end in the league for sure.
He'll be all right.
I think between Mooney and Clay, we got 2 high 2s maybe.
Claypool ain't it, fam.
You still need a 1-1.
Claypool ain't it.
Claypool at 3 at best.
I mean, that works. But I mean, again, I don't think they have. I don't think they have. Is that a fact?
Look,
again, I think they need a bona fide 1. There ain't no question about if he is that or not.
I just wonder who they gonna take at their first pick. Are they gonna trade down to get more picks? I don't know what they're gonna do.
I think he trade down because unless it's Jalen Carter, I think that's the honest.
I don't think it's gonna be Jalen Carter though.
I'm not high on Will Anderson.
I'm not high on him either. He looked good in Nick Saban's system though in college.
I think Jalen Carter is the best prospect that's worthy of being for them. That's worthy of being number 1, obviously. Obviously, you got Bryce Young or CJ Stroud who can potentially go number 1. But I think you trade down and you try to trade with the coach, right? You try to trade with the coach. You try to get them some because they desperate for a quarterback who hopefully they don't go sign or trade for no Aaron Rodgers. But hopefully they'll make the play for Bryce Young, who I think is probably going to be the best quarterback in this draft.
No, he is the best quarterback in this draft.
Well, their favorite is Will Levis, so don't miss out on that. Don't miss out.
Somebody need to explain that to me.
Somebody was talking to Will Levis like Andrew Luck, my boy, Jay Will.
All right, Chad, I'm gonna end this one right. Every Wednesday we are here talking about all sports. We all 3 play football, so we're pretty credible.
We have you in football, but we stop. We let them know. We bring that b-ball up.
Basketball's coming around. I know everybody love the Grizzlies in here, aka 2 people. He's a bandwagon. He like every team with a Duke player, so.
Slick. Hey, I ain't saying you're a bandwagon, Slick, but he got a point. You do
I
be
mean,
on Heat.
I do love Duke in the NBA, but I'm a Heat fan.
Yeah, I ain't heard you say much about Duke this year, though. I ain't heard you say much about Duke this year.
Anyway, look, Chad, we gonna end it. Follow us on Instagram. Final Possession.
Hey, let me say one more thing.
Get your takes out while my camera loads slow.
Sean Payton is the most overrated coach.
All right, Chad. So he ain't gonna piss me off either. So look, so this is what we gonna do. Follow us on all social media outlets. Final Possession, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. We all on there. We will be tagged in the stories as well. So if you want to follow us, our social medias will be on there as well. Just to send us ideas or whatever it may be, topics or trades that we can talk about on the next show. But other than that, we are out. I'm going to let Darius do his takes, though, real quick this weekend for y'all. For players to pick up over or under. Go ahead.
So, Patrick Mahomes definitely over on the yards. His yards is 258 per game. I mean, for the game. Crazy part. Listen to this. Joe Burrow under 247 yards. And you probably like, he must be on drugs. Think about it. Surprisingly, Cincinnati went in and dominated for in the front on the line of scrimmage. That's not going to happen versus Chris Jones and Kansas City's front. You're not going to go into Arrowhead with 3 backup linemen and think you're going to go crazy. Now,
why is that though? Who all in that front, fam?
As a unit, they're decent.
Okay.
The way I look at it, they're going to line up Chris Jones over that backup guard. And over that backup tackle on the right side, and he gonna do what he want to do.
What about the edges?
They don't really get much support from there.
Go ahead. I'm bad, bro.
You straight?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's about it. I think that was the hot topics for right now.
You don't think Joe? You ain't got Joe over under for Joe in the running game? Or Pacheco?
I'm sorry. I told y'all wrong. Joe Burrow over under is 272.
So under 270.
Definitely under 270.
For sure.
He ain't throw 270 versus Buffalo.
And they was getting what he wanted.
So, I can't really call out the Eagles game because I think it's all gonna be under. It's gonna be a slugfest. I don't think Jalen Hurts gonna throw for a ton of yards. They got Brock Purdy. Sitting at 215. I don't think that's gonna happen. So, I really see that game being real low scoring. So I don't know. I ain't gonna lead y'all down the dark path.
You got the point. You got the points put up with the over under is for the points for that game. Total points for that game.
Eagles game.
Yeah. Cause I'm sure they thinking the same thing, probably.
So the over under for the Eagles is 46.
20 something.
I don't know, man. I can't say.
I might roll the dice. I don't know. Either way, bro. Eagles to the Super Bowl. Whoever in the AFC, I still got Philly.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. We are out. Joey beat to the Super Bowl.
All them haters.
I actually would love that though. They're the two most complete teams on both sides. I say yeah.
Till next Wednesday, we'll see y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, repost, retweet. We are out.
Gang activity. Sean Payton to the Chargers.